It's kind of like just a list of questions that he'll give a bullshit answer to, and then try to pre-sup you if he thinks he can outdo you, and if not, he's just going to dodge. And it's kind of understood that's what he's going to do as far as those questions come up. Well, how about some of these questions that I listed above, and how about think about these with Jack? Like, what is the critique of contextualism? Could we get that? Like, I would love to see it. How about the conceptual analysis and defense of external normativity? Would be interested in that one. Maybe the concession that the NTT metaethics stuff fails. That's the stuff we just talked about here, like the idea that, well, okay, we won't go back into that. How about an answer to NTT? So there's just a kind of, there's like a bunch of these questions that Jack will evade in just the way Darth will. And I think one of the best things you can do about that is just basically spread awareness of the fact that that is what he'll do and of how to press those things. And then he has to deal with the kind of constant wave. Again, I don't think anyone should make a point of going back repeatedly themselves, but I think it's fine to organically spread the idea and have people raise it with him over and over again. I think that's just how things work. He'll have to deal with living in this intellectual climate where more and more people understand that what he's doing is bullshit and bring it up with him, and he just like evades and dodges. Eventually he'll either have to give in or just go on looking silly like that. So I think in addition to you trying to do a follow-up debate, you should spread your understanding of the topic and of how to press him and of what he won't answer with people.
Right. I am going to do that. I would also request anybody in here, if you don't mind sharing some of your time to try to get Jack to debate me, because that would be awesome.
Oh yeah, feel free to get him to debate me too. I'll think you can throw me in on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good talk though. I guess I talked a lot of the time, probably most of the time, but yeah, anyway, hope it was good conversing about this though, regardless.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay. All right. Good luck with your future debates.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll keep you updated.
Cool. Bye.
I'm dead ass. I want all of you to go to Jack. He ran from me. I sent the link in Gen chat. That's the first debate that I had with Jack. Basically, he was just he was doing a lot of gibberating in that first discussion, trying to take me on a trip to Afghanistan. And it took me a while to finally pick apart his semantics. And by the time we got to the interesting part, he was starting to say things like, well, actually, I don't want to have the discussion because explaining this would be too complicated. So I just kind of let it be, thinking, okay, well, he's probably a little tired after 30 minutes of that, so I'll kind of let him recharge, come back to him the next day. I come back the next day, mute this guy, he's a piece of shit. So that. And that's unironically what took place.
Is this all? When did this happen? Is this recently?
Today.
Oh, damn.
The thing I described of him running, that was today. The thing about the debate I had, that was 2 days ago.
And so can you just, I'm sorry I'm coming in a little bit late and I haven't been listening properly, but for the recording and for sort of the record, what is the particular thing in contention?
Jack asks, is saying irreducible normative property a response to NTT, name the trait? I said, I don't know what you mean by that, but I think no, it's not. Unless that's some sort of, trait that allows me to distinguish what world we're talking about. Does that make sense? The dispute was over whether saying irreducible normative trait or irreducible normative property was a response.
Oh, interesting. So did it not have to do with particularism, the particular disagreement here?
Well, that's a funny question to answer because it's technically related to his rendition of particularism, which is related to metaethics. But it doesn't matter what you call it. It's about this mystical, irreducible normative property. But it's not about what people typically mean by particularism.
Interesting. Okay. So is that me lacking context, or is that them sort of obfuscating by bringing up particularism?
That's them oscillating between definitions.
I see.
That wording doesn't have to be used to describe what he's doing. He's asking, is the phrase irreducible normative property a response to NTT? Whether or not that happens to count as particularism to him, whatever his semantics are, kind of secondary to the original point.
So your critique of his response is basically that it's just a vague. He's just saying
That it's
it's
a needlessly uninformative answer. Under some semantics, I might not even call it an answer to NTT. I was talking with Isaac about it just now. He says that he thinks it's fine to call it an answer as long as you'd call it not informative. I want to go a step further and just say it's not an answer. Which is just going to be borne out by having a semantic of answer to refer to something that's informative in some specific regard, right? So if NTT is being worded in some way where I'm asking for some type of information and I'm not getting that information, I'm just going to not call it an answer.
Yeah, it's an answer in the same way that banana is an answer.
Exactly.
So are you vegan then?
No, yeah, I'm vegan. Yeah, I'm just like this vegan that's gotten into Discord debate in the last couple of years. And I've been working my way up the ranks. And I found this Jack guy, and I was like, yeah, let's have a debate with this guy. Didn't realize he was this like high profile person or whatever. And then he kind of ran away.